Now Grenadiers coming on in. Again, these Grenadiers are stronger overall, being Vet 3. Oh! And Tiger just making quick work of that scout unit. That's unfortunate. Hopefully you like the intro, but before the video starts, make sure to like, subscribe if you do enjoy the video. Every little bit helps and makes the channel grow further. Again, thanks for the support and enjoy me failing upward. Wait, I mean succeeding. Hello guys, I'm Greyshot. Time to cover another replay. This one was submitted by someone down below. You got 50-50 shot to tell who submitted it. Either Viper or Musafir? Hopefully you get that right. Anyway, not the first time I messed up a name, if this is the first replay somehow you're watching. But anyway, if you would like to support my channel, like, subscribe, do what you guys do, and of course, submit a replay if you want. Send to my Gmail, Discord, either way is greatly appreciated. Now, we got ourselves Armored Battle Group versing not much yet. Right now we got a Pioneer, a Kettenkrad, and a Grenadier trying to grab territory. Note, I will say, covering a lot of the tournament stuff, it's a little bit better, unless I'm mistaken, to go double Pioneer and into it so that we have a little bit more capping. As you can see, the American player with Armored is putting a lot of pressure, and he really hasn't gone all that far or taken a lot of stuff compared to the American player. Viper, I'm assuming, captures stuff with his 4x4, has that unlocked. We shall see here in a second. Again, for him, usually, unless I'm... Well, okay, if the 4x4 is capture, it's actually not too shabby, because the scout unit just is so good at capping. Combine that with the engineer, and now we're going into rifleman. But we'll see how things go. Right now, again, Viper looking pretty sweet, except for Muni. There we go. Now you're starting to get a Muni income. Alright. Meanwhile, Viper is keeping the pressure. Pioneer squad coming on the 4x4, but there's an engineer squad, which can beat the Pioneer early on. So we'll see how things go. Alrighty. We're going with repairs, right? Wait, I'm sorry. That was a very quick repair. I may be completely wrong with that 4x4, by the way. We shall double check with a little bit of info. I was completely wrong. He didn't cap with that. He has the machine gun and mortar upgrade for it. So if he wants a 30 cal, he can just pop one out. Well, okay, he can pop one out when he has enough Muni. It's, I think, like 75 Muni. You're very ballsy to be next to a Grenadier squad like that, but hey, Grenadier squad is trying to stay right behind the little cover it has and holds the unit back. Nice mine, by the way, by Musafir, is if the 4x4 runs on in, then he should be, well, quickly taken out. Scout units are now being targeted by the Pioneer. They're going to run to the building, and in there they should be okay, unless the Pioneer is able to get close with a flamethrower, get behind some decent cover. Alright, but anyway, right now, Musafir does have a little bit more Muni, because he went for the one closer to his base. Yeah, and then the one over here. And then, of course, the one right here with his Pioneer. Meanwhile, again, Grenadier stuck in the building as the Riflemen engage. There's a second Grenadier squad right there. Triple Grenadier. So again, frontline infantry right now gives a small edge to Musafir. Viper is not going for any additional infantry at the moment. He's actually going infantry sports center and a grenade package. So I guess, you know. Oh, nice bait by Musafir. Gets the 4x4 to chase the Kettenkrad right into a mine. Excellent. Well done. Alright, now he's upgrading Luftwaffe company. It's like, alright, now with that taken out, I don't have to worry. And yeah, Viper going with a battle group focused on armor and not having any armor, definitely not helping, at least for the initial moment. Right now, Pioneer is decapping the Muni. Scout unit is like, alright, time to stop them, and if he keeps going, we'll probably hit a mine right there. Alrighty. By the way, at the time of recording, this game is on sale for, I think it's like 60% off. So, I bring it up just because chat brought up about should I pull a trigger. Honestly, with the new battle groups, I think it's not a bad time. And again, if you like the battle groups, you could, well, if you like the idea of the battle groups, you could use a mod and probably test the units out, see if it's something you're interested in, right? But again, then you can be like, all right, I'll put down the... I will say the initial battle group is like probably going to be a bit expensive. I assume the price is going to be $25. I haven't checked recently, but that's just the last one. So, yeah. Anyway, I would say CoH3 multiplayer is definitely worth it. Single player, yeah, I can't say about population, though. That's the thing. Oh, I have people from Asia and all over, and when I do play with them, we still find games just fine. So, again, it just depends. Anyway, right now we have the engineer squad taking territory. Captain's trying his best. Actually, he needs some good hits against the Grenadier. Now the Rifleman coming on in. Triple Grenadiers, well, 2 of them are already injured. Grenade is thrown at the building. Right where the door is, hits the Grenadier, and 5 models go down with ease. Rifleman trying to get a pick. He might... Nope, he's not going to be able to get it. But a well-played counterattack by Viper. And looks like, again... let's see. Oh, Jaeger squad's on the field. So, either long-range rifles or Shrek. Either way, not too shabby. Again, backed up by the Grenadiers. Also, we could swap them out if you wanted to. Yeah. Also, with all the patches and stuff they've been doing, I would say, chat, that CoH3 is in a much better state than it was at launch. Though, if you do want a cheap game, CoH2 still has a dedicated, player base, and you get pretty much the main game plus all the... I think you get the main game for like $2 with this, with CoH3. But also, you can probably pick up a lot of the DLC and stuff like that from CoH2 for pretty cheap if you still want to play something similar to CoH3. Not exact. CoH3 is more like CoH1 in many ways than CoH2 was, but still, not too. It's a pretty fun game in its own right. But note that the commanders the commanders in CoH2 are incredibly expensive for every single one you have to get to, and good luck trying to earn points in game to get it. So. Grenadier and Jaeger squad opening fire. Grenadier squad trying to hit that. Looks like the squad's gonna pull back. Right now, I would say reinforce. Well, actually, no, he has a Shrek team in that. Realistically, yeah, he's doing fire support. He's winning that fight. Other rifleman as well winning. Mustafar losing that. Again, maybe backing up to cover would have been the more ideal. But having the rifleman just use... pretty much just lay it on, just its special fire support ability, it was too much. Way too much for that infantry. Alright. I like the Kettenkrad placing mines, again, being very cheeky. I do appreciate that. But Viper is taking a lot of territory, putting Mustafar on the back foot for the moment. He still has a good amount of frontline troops, but he needs to make sure he's properly in cover and properly supporting those units. Meanwhile, Viper has gotten a Greyhound. Greyhound can be very good, especially if units are out in the open, or if, versing some light vehicles. Luckily, it doesn't run to the mine, so there's a plus. The counterpoint, though, is it does take a lot of muni to upgrade this thing, because you need to upgrade, again, the machine gun on it, and then upgrade the, what's it called? The armor, the armored skirts on it that you would get, so... a little bit of investment, but right now Viper's getting 40 muni per turn, so he can afford it eventually. Alright, Grenadiers gets inside the building to try to hit the captain. Problem is, that building only has 2 windows, so it's not going to do all that much long term, and the Greyhound's going to shoot you back. Slowly bring down the building. Meanwhile, on the far side, we have the muni being decapped, which is definitely not helping Mustafar out. Middle is being captured, but MG is going down. Can the engineer throw the satchel? He does! He throws the satchel on the MG. MG about to die. Yeah, there it goes. You can still pick up the MG with the Grenadier squad, but damage has been done. MG is knocked out, and Viper is just keeping the pressure on Mustafar. Mustafar, I guess? Alright. I think that's... Anyway. Grenadier is now fighting the Riflemen. So long as those troops come over, I would say that the Riflemen will lose. It's still mono. I think it'll just go down to both being barely alive. Okay, with the additional troops, he's going to pull back. Greyhound looks like took a hit. We have bars going out for Viper, and we have support elements going out for Mustafar. Alright. But, like, realistically, like... if the Grenadiers are gonna have a real tough time measuring up to Riflemen with bars. Oh, MG, hold on, in a precarious state. Will he chuck a grenade in time? No, he doesn't get out of there. If he could have chucked a grenade, that unit would have probably been a goner. And being in the building, if he doesn't retreat, he probably would lose that. Grenadier gets an unfortunate shot on it by the Greyhound, weakening it even further. This Grenadier as well getting some nice place shots from the Greyhound. Damn. Again, I love how he's kind of doing the angle where cover would be less effective. All right, we have another fouls, but like, okay. Oh, wait, the Shrek team. I was going to say, what's going to kill it? And then I look. Oh, that would kill it. Greyhound just needs a single Shrek team. Oh my god. And the turret goes into the atmosphere. Excellent kill. Musafir at least keeping himself in the game. Captain using artillery. MGS pull back. Luckily he does and doesn't die in the building. Unfortunately, even though the Greyhound is down, Riflemen still have bars. And plenty of Muni. Again, Viper is getting 50 per turn. So, pretty good stuff. So, again, we'll have to see how things go. Sorry, 1 second. There we go. My mouse was just being very slow on the reaction there. But yeah, Riflemen are taking over the manpower point. We got the Muni point, and very importantly, the victory point. Right now, the game is pretty close. It's neck and neck, anyone's game. Again, total population, technically, Musafir has a bit more, but Riflemen are easily outclassing the Grenadiers at this point with the bars, especially if they start upgrading to gain more bars. Let's see, we got a Chaffee on the field. Not really an anti-infantry unit. Again, it could do a little bit. It's essentially your tank destroyer. And most likely he wants something, because he is worried about Musafir deploying, you know, any type of armor. And while he theoretically could, we'll see what he does. Right now, he hasn't picked any battle groups. I don't even know what this guy's doing. He could, realistically, Musafir could be in a situation where he's holding out for a Panther, which would outclass the Chaffee and provide enough fire support against the Riflemen. So again, he could also go for a Tiger, but that would be even a further stretch. And the Rifleman could gain supremacy, especially with armored support. Not necessarily winning, like helping kill models, but maybe blasting the, yeah, like doing that sort of stuff, where it drops the smoke so that way they can close, or blasting the cover so that they're easier to pick. But Musafir is grabbing the left. Also, again, Kettenkrad Vet 3, nothing to sneeze at, placing mines. So a Vet 3 Kettenkrad, positional health, and has an insane amount of capture speed. So, let's see. Alright, you got a medical station back at base. Anything else I need to know about? Fast deploy to get armor out quicker. No, that's about it. Jaeger squad is going to get a nice shot on that Chaffee. Does about a quarter damage, I think. But pulls it back. Let's see, am I right about that? About 160. So, okay, closer to a third. Grenade is unfortunately a miss, as Musafir is able to retreat. Another Jaeger squad, so I guess the idea might be for Shreks. He has plenty of Muni, he definitely could do that. Meanwhile, again, we have troops taking the left. I would maybe go for that fuel. Kettenkrad took over the Muni, so again, just further getting him more points. Victory point-wise, the Viper is now down. MG holding back one Rifleman squad. This other one trying to get close. Can he chuck that grenade? Can he get close enough for the wind-up? Well, Grenadier squad is able to Faust him, but not really much else he can do. Infantry's pulling back. Captain is now fighting the Jaeger squad, though it is a Shrek unit, so again, its infantry power is slightly diminished. Yeah, it looks like he'll be fine. That squad's gonna pull back. Alright. Chaffee is injured. Does he have a... Yeah, his engineer squad's still there. Now he has a Scott. Viper that's saying, look, I don't need a medium tank. I don't need anything like that. What I need is a... essentially... I don't want to say a light tank, but a vehicle with light armor that's just gonna pound the enemy with howitzer shots. And yeah, that Scott's a nice way to do it. It'll definitely put the MG on the back foot. It can hit Jaeger squads from like over hedgerows and other areas and just keep pounding them while, you know, it's busy with other units. Alright, shot. Doing a little bit of health damage. Not hitting the main AT unit, but the rifleman can deal with that. Alright, Captain pulling back. I will say Musafir is doing a good job of grabbing territory. Scout unit just got the muni back, but the victory point and another muni... Oh, another fuel point is at odds. Alright, we have small counterattack by Viper grabbing territory. Let's see. Is he building any... I mean, we know he has the motor pool, but he hasn't built the tank. He has the medic station, so he's, you know, getting heals. That's what this guy is. He's potentially getting him free manpower. I think it's, what, free manpower? Like a point every 30, 40 seconds? I know they're upping it, I think, to one... I think it's every 2.5 minutes now that you could potentially receive some manpower from those stations. Scott now hitting the Grenadier. Again, Air Squad coming on over. But again, one single Shrek shot does 160 damage. And that as 420. So yeah, 3 shots could kill it, but it needs to also connect 3 shots. And that Scott's just pulling away. Alright. Grenade is a miss. MG suppresses. And I think the Grenadiers can take this position A-okay. Oh, wait, no. Rifleman flanking. All right. Not bad. Rifleman gets the flank. Force the MG opposition. Shaffy gets hit with that Kettenkrad's mine. So not bad.
Enemy activity. There are munitions.
All right. Air Squad moving on over. We do finally have a kill. The Air Squad does get the kill on the Scott. So excellent job right now. Now Vet 3, nothing to sneeze at. Rifleman taking over the victory point. And again, right now it's still, I mean, unfortunately, yeah, losing the Kettenkrad's kind of unfortunate. But, you know, knocking out a Scott, pretty good. Victory point wise, again, it's only a 50-point difference. But the American player is actually the one down. So with having like no actual armor that's been, you know, able to fight, it's actually been pretty good. Alright, let's see. Shrek hits the Chaffee, forcing it back. Chaffee has not really done any infantry kills. And that's kind of the problem with it is, I understand why you got this, right? And I understand, you keep expecting Musafir to deploy armor, but he hasn't. He does, though. He's about to get 12 command points. I think he, like, doesn't matter if he wants to go for the Tiger or the Panther. Either option, he could realistically afford, right? At this point. So, and he's going for the Tiger. Alright. Let's see. He might need, like, one more point. It's in 13 points? Well, let's see if how long it takes him to unlock everything. Alright. Grenadiers, again, are still alive. Gotten decent amount of veterancy. So too have the American riflemen, backed up by the captain. It's been a back and forth, but I would say Musafir has done better at grabbing territory. Nice fouls. Again, Chaffee's very close to losing it. You're going to need to send an engineer to kill him stat. Viper's also in a situation where, because he keeps deploying the light armor, he's delaying his, well, okay. Maybe he wants to get an easy 8. That's fine, but usually he needs to play via tank depot. You can get it another way, which would be a call-in, but that's also more expensive. So, which will take longer if you're just going to do the call-in. Also, you can't really spam it as you were, like, if you have the base and you're able to deploy it that way. And they are changing the heavy tank build. But if I release this on YouTube, the patch will be out. But essentially, they did it to where they really kind of force you to be like, hey, build the tank depot or, you know, the Panzer Company, whatever. And that way you get, I think it's like a 20% discount on the tank. But also they're increasing the price of it by 30% to, you know, incentivize people going for the tank depot and instead of just rushing for it. But a rush is what Musafir has done, and honestly, he's about to be able to have the resources to deploy it. here in just a moment. Rifleman coming on in with the engineers. Thank you very much for the follow. Alright, 4 Panzer Division. Sorry, my mic was in the way, I couldn't see it. Rifleman pushing on up. Again, upgrading with a bar. Tiger Tank is officially on the field. And Viper is... he has an AT gun, and he has a Chaffee. That would at least delay it. I don't think he's... Unless he gets very lucky with a bunch of AT grenades and the Tigers just misplayed terribly, I would say Musafir has the advantage. Especially with the main gun, that like a Tiger, that does so much. But Riflemen are now being up with bars, so that makes them even better versus Grenadiers, no matter what their veterancy. So time will tell. Victory point wise, Musafir is definitely in the lead by 125 points.
They've captured a victory point.
But see how long that lasts. Engineer would be a big loss actually for Viper, because he has to have an engineer, because he has to be able to heal. And there is the Easy 8. Oh, never mind. Forgot. Don't worry. We got a replacement. All part of the plan. All part of the plan. Easy 8 coming on out. Now, Easy 8 versus a Tiger. Tiger still wins. Easy 8 AT gun and Chaffee versus Tiger. Now we have a different story. Alright. Rifleman needs to be very careful as the Tiger seems making a beeline for him. Rifleman hanging over to, I'm assuming, to the victory point to stop the bleed. Middle is protected by the MG and Grenadier, so that scout unit has no chance. And Chaffee is pushing along the left-hand side. It's using its radio detection for armor, but again, we know where the tank is. That Tiger is moving over to this squad right here. And Muni-wise, he does not have enough for a AT grenade. Left-hand side, I guess this is not a bad call. Send your armor over here. Send as much support as you can to back up the Easy 8. And that way you can go for the victory point and stop the bleed over there. Captains managed to not go decap that point. So the it's not only a 200 point difference. Still quite a bit. Alright. Now Grenadiers coming on in. Again, these Grenadiers are stronger overall, being Vet 3. Oh! And Tiger just making quick work of that scout unit. That's unfortunate. That's also really bad because that's what he needs to help protect the AT gun. Grenadier, though, is going to be wiped here. I was trying to go for the AT gun, but yeah, that was a misplay. Still, Grenadier squad is hopefully not too expensive to bring back out, especially if you have the veteran upgrade. I don't know if he got it. I don't see it. Tiger, by the way, getting a hell of a shot on that Chaffee. Alright. Easy 8 kind of moving on over. Rifleman moving on out. Tiger just shredding the Rifleman. Oh, Chaffee goes down? Oh, from the Shrek and the Faust, huh? Oh, no. And now he's getting the Panzer Company, so theoretically he could get even more armor out. Ugh. The one positive I'll say is at least he's decapping a lot of territory. And that even a Vet 3 Grenadier might have trouble with a Vet 3 Rifleman squad. Just double barred up. Because they also have additional health and all sorts of upgrades. Alright. But Tiger Tank helping to, you know, turn things around. He might actually go for the kill on this retreat. Tiger Tank got another amazing hit. He might be able to wipe it. AT grenade is thrown. Stuns the Tiger a little. Easy 8 trying to provide some fire support. He does have enough immunity for another AT grenade, but the damage is too severe and he needs to pull back. Captain launching artillery on the MG. Now it's a Tiger versus an Easy 8. Mono-y-mono. There is no support. There is no Chaffee. And it looks like one of the air squads did perish. So good kill on that. I did miss that. A double AT gun. So Viper does have the support to go, you know, to deal with the Tiger. Because they're two different angles. You're a higher chance to hit that side armor. Grenadier squad forces the captain back. It's 3 frontline infantry versus, yeah, 3 frontline infantry. And I think I would give a small edge to Musafir. Not because the bars aren't amazing, but because I think that Vet 3 Jaeger squad probably outclasses the captain.
One of our sectors is now in enemy hands.
But again, that won't matter if the captain's able to use its artillery, knock out the MG, or that Jaeger squad isn't able to really support from a good position against infantry or able to hit that armor. Grenadier squad taking numerous hits. We'll pull back. Left-hand side's being decapped by the rifleman. What did you pick? Okay, right, the Infantry Sports Center. Have you gotten any upgrades for that Viper? I'm sorry. No, you have not gotten a single upgrade. Okay, wanted to make sure. Rifleman engage. Hold on, this could be a pick. Grenadier, Vet 3, be a mighty big loss, and it is a mighty big loss for Musafir. He's been losing quite a bit of units. He may lose another one here. Easy 8 going for the Jaeger squad. So honestly, kind of be a throw. Again, having so many good units just being kind of wasted. It's unfortunate. Now we have Panzer IV on the field. So far, I'm assuming Viper is saving up for another Easy 8. Double AT is hitting the Tiger's side. Tiger honestly doesn't care. He wants to get the kill on the Rifleman, it looks like. A lot of the shots are bouncing off the side armor. Tiger misses the Easy 8. AT guns repositioning to help fight the Panzer IV. Nice white phosphor shot against that Panzer IV. Now up to Vet 2. AT guns are ready. They hit the Easy 8. More bouncing. Oh my god, these AT guns RNG luck is down. Okay, that was a hell of a hit. Down to about like 20%. Easy 8 is unable to finish it. Both AT guns are down. But they need a little bit of support. Viper maybe hoping for another Easy 8. If either kill these AT guns or steal it. Either way, the fact that the Panzer IV made it and both AT guns died is, I would say, a win for Musafir. So excellent job right there. Good push. Honestly, I'm shocked the AT guns like bounced that much. That was a little bad luck for Viper. But yeah, no, I would say right, the saving grace for Viper is the fact he still has 3 decent frontline units that are quickly grabbing territory. Whereas, unfortunately, Musafir is down to 2. And he's now using whatever manpower he has to get pioneers. Captain moving on over. Panzer IV. Maybe if he gets lucky, he could launch artillery on this. But that would be luck. We have now 2 Easy 8s rolling in with engineers on their backs. There's the Jaeger squad here. Will be the first point of contact. Alright, are they going to focus on the infantry or the armor? It's the armor. Panzer IV and the... Panzer IV is still undergoing repairs. Jaeger squad could perish here if he's not paying attention. Not because of just one Easy 8, but the second one. But luckily this one's being scared off from the Grenadier. It's just charging. Going, quickly repairing the Easy 8s. He has a very small window, in my opinion, where I think the Easy 8s can potentially outclass the Tiger if the Panzer IV is not there and the Jaeger squad's out of action. MG's forced back. Again, still a difference for Musafir by about 110 points or so, so he's still in the lead. Easy 8's pulling back up. Tiger, ground firing. It's gonna need repairs. Again, Panzer IV finishing that up. Victory point, again, taken by the captain, so good on him for grabbing that. AT gun is being picked by Viper. Meanwhile, Musafir is getting side skirts for his Panzer IV to help them get more health and potentially hold up better against the Easy 8s. Again, just to kind of give you an idea, a Panzer IV has 720 health. I think this is 80 health, so it'd bring about 800. And Easy 8 has the health of about 840. So Panzer IV is still lower. And I would say the Easy 8's main gun is superior to a Panzer IV. So most likely, yes, it's going to win for penetrating and just fighting. But the problem is that Tiger. That Tiger has a way better gun in those Easy 8s. And as you saw, it pushed back both riflemen. Another Panzer IV coming in, helping to clear up this far right side. I like the sweepers too. Musafir making sure he's in a good position. I like firing through the hedgerows because he knows riflemen are right there waiting. Throw an AT grenade. Again, while Viper is pinned down in this position, at least he has some infantry along the side that was trying to decap, and MG stopped that.
Sector gone.
Rifleman is forced back thanks to a Tiger. Tiger needs to realize the unit's gone. Panzer IV actually doing okay versus the EZ8. EZ8 now being flanked. Tiger fires through the hedgerow. AT gun hitting the Tiger. The hedges and the tree line is now gone. Tiger unable to get the kill. Panzer IV still hitting that EZ8. AT gun for shot bounces, where it's immediately decrewed by the Tiger. One shot and that AT gun is down. Captain does grab it. Jaeger squad was trying to go for the kill, I assume. Might be enough to pick it. Captain launching artillery here, but I think he'll be fine. Again, I think Musafir is most likely saving up for a Panzer IV? No, he's deploying Strasstruppen, elite infantry, which makes sense. That troop could probably go toe-to-toe with a lot of the rifleman squads, and if it gets more veterancy, it will probably start edging out wins. Now Tiger tank is hitting the rifleman that's charging right into the armor front. Meanwhile, again, we have Musafar's remaining infantry taking it over the left. It's a triple cap right now against Viper. He's going to really need to, he's going to need to really come together, get some wipes along the okay, if these EZ8s can quickly move over and get a wipe on, either of these units, that's a nice win. Tiger tank is not the fastest, and Panzer IV does not want to engage an EZ8 by itself. No way, Jose. So, if this Panzer IV is unable to go over there, or that armor, the Tiger and Panzer IV, then these EZs can quickly get a kill on this infantry, and then rush back. MG Vet 3 is put down by the Z8. Muni point should be taken over soon. Also, they're fully killing it, so nice job. They're not just leaving it decrewed. I love the sweeper action over here. Looks like, yeah, the left side is fully now being taken, while Pioneers finish capping the right. Jaeger squad trying to hold back the riflemen. Looks like that will be done. Strasstruppen as well coming in clutch, holding that unit back. Tiger tank luckily misses the shot, doesn't do all that much damage. Captain Vet 3 doing the best they can long range with the LMG. AT gun just lying in wait. EZ8's going after the Grenadiers, and again, I love Viper going for the picks where he can. The armor cannot get over here fast enough, and he quickly does, and again, he has pintles on these. He quickly kills that unit. Now, unfortunately, the armor is now over here, and, yeah. We have artillery coming in, AT gun's still firing. Looks like the Panzer IV has taken a number of hits. EZ8s have taken a few, but not nearly as many as that Panzer IV. Strasstruppen, though, could maybe go for the wipe if he's lucky. If he chases, I think there's a mine there that would stop him. Tiger tank is potentially being a little risky. Let's see. Tries to go for the engineer. Actually, a little friendly fire right there, but the American mine does stop the elite infantry from advancing further, allowing the AT gun to hopefully escape. Never mind, AT gun is shot by the Tiger and immediately put down. Goddamn. Tiger tank gets another great shot on the EZ8. Now, honestly, just go for that kill. Victory point wise, he's still on the back foot. Viper needs to do something quick, otherwise he is done. Alright. Armor is being healed at base. Right now, a saving grace is the... Is that the lone rifleman? The lone rifleman squad along the far side, stopping the bleed. I don't know if he'll be able to capture it in time. Panzer IV is going to try to stop him. I think he should be fine. But right now, another saving grace is the fact there's only 2 infantry, one of which is outside of this man's base, and 3 EZ8s are now pushing on up. Musafir is deploying a 3rd Panzer IV. If it gets on the field in time, these EZ8s will be in for a rude awakening. If they do not, then the opposite would be true. Is that yeah, that's an American mine. I was like, pretty sure. EZ8s are gunning down all the infantry. And without infantry support, the armor is open, and victory points should be protected. Tiger is moving in by itself as the Panzer IV moves in. This Panzer IV needs to stop engaging. We're about to see, this is a clear example of divide and conquer, where unfortunately the Panzer IV needs to come over to escape. This Panzer IV is not moving in. Vet 3, EZ8 come along the side. This Panzer IV is still engaging the wrong target. 1 EZ8 does perish, but now it's possibly going to be 2 Panzer IVs versing 2 Easy 8s, and that's exactly what we're looking at, ladies and gentlemen. And again, Musafir does not have the resources to quickly pull out another one. Alright, they're both firing on the Easy 8s, but I think they're about to get the debuff. No, I'm sorry. No, that was just ability. Sorry, I think that was like Blitzkrieg or something. I think that was Blitzkrieg. Anyway, Panzer IV taking a lot of bad shots. The other Panzer IV bounces off the Easy 8. There is no Faust. There is no Panzer Shrek. Nothing to come in and support. Now we're starting to see a counterattack. Easy 8 moving on in. Let's see. Both are pretty weak. Do they want to engage? Panzer IV says yes to the engagement. Let's see. Takes the shot, but again, it's going to take a lot more shots. And now I think that was a bad call, unless he can keep leading the Easy 8s on. Both Panzer IVs are 1 shot away. If they loses any, he is done. Strasstruppen has been deployed. Only a single Pioneer squad is left to kill 2 Panzer IVs. Meanwhile, for the Americans, they have 3 engineers. So those engineers can quickly come and heal these Easy 8s faster than the other side. Not just that, but even though it's more expensive, Viper should be able to get himself another Easy 8 here soon. And the best thing Musafir could do, realistically, is get another Panzer IV. And I don't think that's going to help. I think the Panzer IVs are strategically on the back foot against these Easy 8s. Not just because they're Panzer IVs, but because these Easy 8s have the veterancy. As we see here, they have a Vet 3 upgrade. I love how he's slowly moving up. He's like, let me go. Let me at him. Let me at him. They have a 30% rate of fire increase, a 25% weapon accuracy increase, and a weapon traversal speed of 35%, plus, of course, HVAP. Strasstruppen are on the left, but once again, he is deploying a infantry unit without any armor support and without any protection in the long term. Also, like, go for the victory point. Alright, at least he is slowing down the fuel, but at this point, Viper is about to deploy another Easy 8 in my guess. A third Panzer IV is about to hit the field. The first Panzer IV is not even healed yet. And while he might pick 1 engineer with the Strasstruppen if he's lucky, he will not be able to capture that in time. Wait, hold on. He's gonna try. Drop smoke. Hold on a moment. Hold on, Lee. Oh. He actually got it! Oh my god. I am actually a little shocked. He actually took that. That might be GG. Hold on, right-hand side. Riflemen are taking the territory. They are decapping it. 3 points remain. Strasstruppen is dead. And Panzer IVs are moving away from the Easy 8s? Oh, they're moving. The problem is they're moving out with one. They're doing the Blitzkrieg, which is really stupid. Why would you waste that? I get what he's trying to do. He's trying to do the exact same thing, but it's very different. The last rifleman does die, but the problem, there's a very key fundamental aspect he forgot, and that's the fact that the Allies, the American player, Viper, has 3 Easy 8s near full health. He has 3 Panzer IVs that are already outgunned, and 1 is already at half health. I know he's going to try to capture this. That's a bad move as well, because you need to have your Panzers win this fight. And honestly, unless this is a bad engagement where it's 1 at a time, the Panzer IVs are really on the back end. Panzer IVs all fire, but only bring this Easy 8 down to half health. There's 2 more coming on in from different directions. It is a massive armor engagement. They're doing a faster fire rate, but that will cause a debuff if they cannot win this. When Panzer IV backs up, the 2 Easy 8s are on the back foot, but a third one is ready to go and bounces a shot from the Panzers. Panzer IVs are all really weak. This could be GG here in a moment, ladies and gentlemen. I think it will be. 1 Panzer IV goes down. 2 Panzer IV goes down. And can we do 3? 3 Panzer IVs go down. Ha, ha, ha. All right. And that is a clean armor engagement. And he literally says OP shit tank. No, that was not the case. 100% not the case. Musafir, you lost that plain and simple because of a critical issue that you ran into. You sent your infantry out without armor support. They got picked. And while, sure, the American player slowly started losing his infantry and got picked, he was able to without any support, able to then deal with your Tiger and then come back with a superior armor group. Maybe Blitzkrieg would have helped you with your Panzer IVs against them, because Blitzkrieg would have gave you that, I think it's rate of fire and speed. I think those two are up thanks to that. And then you activate your special in the Panzer IVs to, to fire faster and then give you the debuff. I think that would have been a better play. I truly think that would have been a better play. Hey, Sam Blips, hello. Hopefully you enjoyed that game. But yeah, no, again, let's just look at the kills right now. Sure, I'm not saying the Easy Eats were, superior. The Tiger tank obviously was the bane of Viper. Viper, by the way, again, thank you, Viper, for the replay. But if this Tiger tank did not go down, it would have been the exact same situation. Viper would have been on the back foot. The Tiger tank and Panzer IVs would have opened up and went across the map. And then they would have focused on the, what's it called? They would have focused on the individual infantry like they did before. And then when there was a final armor engagement between the two, you probably would have seen a situation where with the Tiger being Vet 3 at that point, the Easy 8s would have lost. But that's not what happened. That is absolutely not what happened. Anyway, Easy 8's got 47 kills, 4 vehicles. And again, the American player, he want the Scott, he want the Chaffee, he want the Greyhound. He got a lot of light vehicles. So I know people like to rush for the Panzer IV, but you could have gotten, more armor out sooner or something like that if you really wanted to. But yeah, no, I think that was a very close game that could have gone either way, but Viper going for the easy infantry picks, remove the support from Musafir, and with that, allowing him to engage the armor one-on-one, which gave him the best shot of winning. And again, the last thing I would bring up is it wasn't, the Tiger and 2 Panzer IIIs versus 3 Easy 8s. It was 3 Easy 8s and 1 Tiger engaging, and the other 2 Panzer IVs came in. And the Tiger itself killed 1 Easy 8 in the middle of 3. This isn't Fury numbers. So if the other Panzer IVs were there from the start, and then you also use Blitzkrieg, you probably could have won that fight, in my personal opinion. But hey, what do you guys think? Leave your comments down below. This has been Greyshot17, and I'll see you guys next time. Hello everyone, this is Greyshot. Before I go, I want to give a shout out to Patreon supporters Ace and Columbus for your support. Again, thank you everyone for watching the video, subscribing, liking, and supporting in any way, shape you can. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you guys next time.